Remember, surgery could be described as stabbing someone to life. Until we meet again. Remember, a circle is a shape, letter, and a number. Until we meet again. Remember, any country that runs on Dunkin' is sure to have diabetes. Until we meet again. Remember, the closest person standing in front of you is also the farthest person standing behind you. Until we meet again. Remember, Santa Claus knows exactly where all the evil people are in the world, but doesn't do anything about it. Until we meet again. Remember, if the multiverse exists, then there is no such thing as fiction. Until we meet again. Remember, there's a stranger out there somewhere who remembers you because you made it weird. Until we meet again. Remember, there's a stranger out there somewhere who remembers you because you made it weird. Until we meet again. Until you work food or retail, you will never understand the level of stupid that exists in the world. Until we meet again. Remember, quitting drugs is viewed more positively than never taking them. Until we meet again. Remember, one of the first sneak previews ever was the number 5 appearing in the number 4 in Roman numerals. Until we meet again. Remember, the Grinch never really hated Christmas. He hated people, which is fair. Until we meet again. Remember, Hangman is a morbid version of Wheel of Fortune. Until we meet again. Remember, Chuck E. Cheese is the only restaurant you go to because they have rats. Until we meet again. Remember, you're only late if you do show up. Until we meet again. Remember, your butthole is a scratch and sniff. Until we meet again. Remember, there is no greater betrayal than when a fart isn't a fart. Until we meet again. Remember, everyone has a different version of you in their mind. Until we meet again. Remember, it's impossible to accuse someone of being judgmental without being judgmental. Until we meet again. Remember, it's impossible to accuse someone of being judgmental without being judgmental. Until we meet again. Remember, it's impossible to accuse someone of being judgmental without being judgmental. Until we meet again. Remember, your mom is a spawn point. Until we meet again. Remember, the Titanic physically exists in 2024 because it sank instead of surviving being scrapped eventually. Until we meet again. Remember, 2050 is closer than 1990. Until we meet again. Remember, cardboard is diet wood. Until we meet again. Remember, if you were born before 1990, you are now older than Marv was in Home Alone. Until we meet again. Remember, kidney stones are human pearls. Until we meet again. Remember, it's risky to buy a soda right after an earthquake. Until we meet again. Remember, when dogs in movies are being bad dogs, they are actually being good dogs. Until we meet again. Remember, your future self is talking trash about you right now. Until we meet again. Remember, being born is a life sentence. Until we meet again. Remember, one of the first symptoms of heart disease can be sudden death. Until we meet again. Remember, the first immortal mouse will exist before the first immortal human. Until we meet again. Remember, being born is a life sentence. Until we meet again. Remember, around 70% of people tilt their heads to the right rather than the left when kissing somebody else. Until we meet again. Remember, your butthole is a scratch and sniff. Until we meet again. Remember, it's easy to make everyone dislike you, but it's impossible to make everyone like you. Until we meet again. Remember, the percentage of human poop the FDA allows in our food is not 0. Until we meet again! Remember, Taco Bell is a test of timing. Until we meet again! Remember, when a video is paused, it's a picture. When audio is paused, it's nothing. Until we meet again! Remember, the adult entertainment industry is the most diverse and inclusive business. Until we meet again! Remember, a girl of 50 kilograms wearing heels will exert more pressure on the ground than a 4,000-kilogram elephant. Until we meet again! Remember, humans are the only known species to use pain as a means of enhancing pleasure. Until we meet again! Remember, Sega once developed a game for the PlayStation 2 called Rez, which came bundled with a vibrator. The higher your score in the game, the more intense the vibrations become. Until we meet again! Remember, the average person on Earth is Asian. Until we meet again! Remember, every corpse on Mount Everest was once an extremely motivated individual. Until we meet again! Remember, losing a game of rock, paper, scissors on purpose is just as hard as winning. Until we meet again! Remember, for every living person, there are only 15 dead people. Until we meet again! Remember, a military salute is a state-sanctioned gang sign. Until we meet again!